Hello, everyone. Decca here to bring you another wonderful Puzzle Wednesday. Tonight we have Tetris and Dr. Mario, the little sub game mixed match, which is every TO's dream come true because it is a 5 minute perfectly timed matches every single time. So we know this bracket is going to run efficiently. On the mic with me tonight, I have Juicy and
Hello.
maybe some other people who will be joining us later as the tournament goes on. But we have quite a bracket, 14 players tonight, and some real killers if I am to be if I am to judge the bracket correctly.
Dr. Mario Championship community kind of comes out in the 11th hour for these, and God bless them. I think the biggest divide is our top two seeds with Rune, who is all right at Dr. Mario, but dude's a Tetris specialist. He'll be fine, versus Floyd underscore 1977 or Stolern, who turns out is pretty good at Dr. Mario. And if I memory serving from last bracket, Dr. Mario was actually the game that made the difference in brands.
Interesting.
Yeah. Stole it from underneath Rune. As well as, a couple friendlies like Amelia in our lead up to this. Kind of completely stole all of Note's momentum in spite of not even getting to play A-type.
Yeah, so I was spectating some warm-up matches at the beginning of the game, but in the lead up to the bracket, and yeah, the combo multiplier goes pretty crazy. If you're creative and willing to get a little aggressive with your board builds, the number go up for sure.
Love number go up. Alrighty then. If you're not already in the Discord, you should be. That's where we do all of our... Note keeps beating me to the punch. All of our match calls, friendlies, other stuff like that. But check out TO Desk tonight. Be prompt. And we're going to have a good time. Everything for first few waves is going to be just a single first to one. And we are upping to first to two for top 8. So, matches are starting to get called. First one we have on stream is Jeff Vader Jr. and Ardrox. Jeff Vader Jr. is an interesting one, because he used to be in the server for one game. He showed up for Tetris 2.
Interesting.
About 2 years ago, won it, and then disappeared. And now he's back for this. Whereas Ardrox is a Puzzle Wednesday staple at this point. He shows up for every single bracket of everything. And beyond just being my favorite kind of person, it's a good, real grab bag. Like, he has fundamentals, but is he gonna, do okay, or is he gonna really impress tonight?
Yeah. Ardrox does have quite a repertoire of games. I've seen them do quite well in a number of brackets.
Tetris 2 is like these two games put together. Yeah, that's right. Kind of fair.
They're in.
It's just like separating the peas from mashed potatoes.
Okay, so Ardrox is on the left, not the right. I did that backwards.
Jeff Vader Jr. is requesting Music C specifically. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things with the NES era puzzlers that Nintendo put out. And it's that it gives you a couple music options. But if you really, really hate your opponent and want to throw them off completely, you have the option to just turn it off completely and let them stew in the awkward silence. And I'll say it, I'm fairly sure it's won me a game before Yoshi's Cookie. Oh, so, I'm hoping to see at least once tonight.
the sweet sound of silence. Now, Fightcade really needs to let me in.
All right. We have the Deca curse.
So this was fixed for a while, and then they came in and they the people who own the apartment building changed some stuff, and it broke again. So I'm very sad. I had the brief taste of freedom, and then they put me back in chains, and now it's even worse. But this is weird because like SNES 9X just not responding. I've not seen this before.
I don't quite know what to tell you. But now's not a great time for stream to explode, you know?
Yeah, I mean it worked perfectly in the 2 games that I spectated beforehand. Oh,
You also don't know if a connection to Brazil is not making that more complicated.
true. But we are in, so we're good to go.
Okay. This got asked in chat, but how do you make this guy competitive with single player? This is a score attack gauntlet. So it's not the most directly interactive, but you do kind of have to cater your focus around what your opponent is good at. The most flat route of this game is you're going to see a lot of early pools matches go for blowing through B-type into blowing through Dr. Mario and focusing on getting all your points in A-type before the timer runs out. But, as we've seen in brackets in this before, if you are particularly strong in your Dr. Mario and even arguably your B-type, you can steal a lead that your opponent might not be accounting for. And we already have a bit of a misdrop on Ardrox's side. Jeff.
So the goal is
Jeff
just
Ayer
to
Jr.
clear a certain number of lines, right?
Yep, your target is around 14. Which, if you're lucky and the RNG does not hate you, you can optimize that into about 3 Tetrises, which is significant.
Yeah, that's quite a chunk of score.
But
Tetris
not... It's about like 8,000, 9,000. But it's not significant enough to hang out in B-type if it's actively slowing you down. The real wild card is if you can get like a 4 or 5 chain in Dr. Mario, that can change the game entirely.
Yeah, the score multiplier is quite enormous from what I have witnessed in the past. Alright, we've got a Tetris to transition here on deck for Ardrox.
Yeah. We're just waiting for RNG at this point. You may as well try and catch up to what Jeff managed to get. So, 1 and 1 means they have a pretty even B-type. B-type's just not going to be the difference maker. Yeah. I'd say a 4 or 5 chain is... It's not going to make up for it if you're already particularly slow building to that point. But it does mean that, oh boy, Ardrox with the double red there scared me a little bit, but we're fine. It's... Unless you were actually very versed at Dr. Mario, you're not going to get a drive-by win, but we have a couple people in bracket that could very well confidently make that exchange.
Some good lucky pieces on the left for Ardrox there.
Yeah.
Some nice doubles for all the exposed pieces that he has.
No one's really going for chains in Dr. Mario here, and that's fine. Which means that Jeff Ayer Jr. is at a pretty significant advantage just by being close to breaking into A-type here. Yellow virus is open, so we don't really have any color conflicts anymore outside of, like, column 7 blues there.
Right. Ardrox is catching up a little bit, though. Only 3 virus deficit. And I like this play. It looks like he's going to try to get these yellows with a horizontal line.
RNG is being deeply friendly, so we're going to cash out on Jeff's side here with the red-blue. And
Alright, it's hold down on blue now.
Pretty much, given that Ardrox doesn't seem to be optimizing at Dr. Mario at all, yeah, every extra second in the game counts.
Alright, so...
These are some nasty overhangs. Why are we doing this right out the gate, brother? You don't play any extra style for, like, the overhangs. Well, the amount of board shuffling he's going to have to do to be Tetris viable is going to be a whole thing. We're not even going for Tetrises. We're just spamming single clears. All Ardrox has to do is get, like, one on the board, and that's stealing this.
Yeah, and Ardrox is a very neat board, so he's going to be able to crank out these Tetrises.
Yep, we just need the eyepiece. Like, that's literally going to be the game changer. That is 7,000 to
2,600.
Jeff Bader Jr.'s. Yeah. We do not have enough time to keep single spamming. Need a Tetris on Jeff's side, otherwise we're done here. And, okay. Love to see it. Jeff kind of ahead again.
Quick answer from Ardrox, though. He has some Tetrises on deck, so...
Hey, Deca.
Yeah?
Any chance you could move the name tags a little bit lower?
Yes, I can. If I saw this...
Carefully.
I can just... Oh, that's the wrong thing.
Alright. Unfortunately, Jeff's still down a Tetris, and they were pretty even keeled between the first two modes. So that means that Ardrox is advancing there.
Tough break, but...
Look... They were about as even matched as you can get.
Yeah, I mean...
But you need to optimize for Tetrises, otherwise A-Type does not do you any good.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much even going into A-Type, and then Ardrox just jumped right into a nice clean board, and Jeff Vader Jr. took a little bit too long to get there.
Alrighty then. My match is up. I'm playing against DJ Otters. Just let me know when you're ready, Jacob.
Right. Close out of that. I have fixed the, I believe I have fixed the stream.
Yeah?
Are you on the left or the right?
I am player one, yes.
Okay.
The hardest thing I have with this game is coming off like another version of Tetris and not greeting horrifically and perishing for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, especially because you start, like, halfway up the board.
Trying to fish for a advantage on B-type is brutal, which is why I'm doing it. Because I don't have issues, you have issues.
If greed wasn't good, they wouldn't put it in the game.
Something like that.
Or if greed wasn't good, they wouldn't incentivize us to do it. Please fight, Cade. Why are you doing this to me? This did not happen happen at 8:15. All right, I think I'm about to be in. It stopped not responding. There we go. We're in. All right. Yeah, Juicy is looking high on board here, but it's all according to plan, I presume.
Sort of. I got a Tetris. But I would rather take that than have to reset through B-type again. Betty put her channel points on me, so I'm trying to not let her down with my Dr. Mario.
Ooh, the finesse, snaking that red piece through, Ooh, that one getting caught, though. Very unfortunate.
This RNG hates me, brother.
Yes, let's give Juicy all the pieces that are at the bottom of the board.
Like, really?
That being said, Juicy does have quite a bit of a lead on DJ Otters. And that lead is growing slowly but surely. Up to 3 pieces. Well, 3 viruses, now to 6, but DJ Otter is about to make some clears of their own. Neither player is particularly interested in breeding for combos at the moment. Nice little blue overhang, though, for DJ Otters. Reading the collapse of the stack to get a little bit of extra mileage out of a piece.
I will take my +2s where I can.
I see Juicy grabbing that little chain there at the bottom. And he's going to make it into A-type with a little bit of a lead. Both in terms of points, I think, and in time. DJ Otters just needs 1 red piece now. Yep. Okay. So, DJ Otters is going to have to hustle here, but Juicy just made an annoying little misdrop there. It looks like it might be fixable, though. Well, with all of these pieces that Juicy is putting over it, fixing it is looking far.
Where's the eyes? Juicy experiencing the world's longest eye drought. Oh no, his eye drought has created an eye deficiency. So, if I remember correctly, the RNG is the same. For both Oh, yes.
So, that means that DJ Otters is also going to have to experience the world's longest eye drought.
Usually, misery loves company.
Okay, so Juicy's stack is back in form to build for Tetrises. I have to sacrifice a few pieces to get it, but...
GG's. That is kind of true. Like, sometimes A-type can just screw you. And it's tragic. But the randomizer on all 3 of these is just not going to be your friend.
Yeah, it's true random, so... There is no No saving, no bag to help your consistency. If that piece doesn't want to show up, it's not going to show up until it decides to. So Juicy is going to take first game, or that set in advance.
Hmm.
Ooh. And Juicy will
No.
advance onward to face Amelia, who is quite the fearsome opponent.
Oh, well, stream matches and Gonz and our own Kirk Gamer, so
Ooh.
we don't have to worry about that right now. And Gonz is a pretty big Tetris head. He plays TGM. So Kirk's gonna have to hope the Amelia training pulls through and he gets something on Dr. Mario. They're already in there. Let's not waste time.
Yep, I got that spectate loading in. I just have to get their names in order now. The overlay will be ready to go.
All right.
And Gons, if I remember correctly, is quite good at columns, right?
And Gonz is just pretty talented in general at, following block puzzle game.
A good skill to have here at Puzzle Wednesday. We love to be good at following block puzzle game.
So Kirk's just creating a new floor off of the starting board, even though it's kind of high up. No
Yeah,
real down stack yet, but we can take a skim and. He certainly learned greed from Amelia.
yeah. And sorry, do not put me on pizza, but I'm having Fightcade problems right now. The stream is just taking a very long time to load in for unknown reasons. We might have to ask our players to be a little more patient when jumping into the game.
SNES 9X is such a good application. Kirk has two different eye dependencies. We get two different eye pieces for it. And he's still not going to get a Tetris for it. We have 3 lines on his quota. Angon's already moved on to Dr. Mario. And Kirk cashing out with at least a Tetris.
Come on, I know you want to load in.
Oh, we're doing this radio announcer style. Crazy. I didn't even notice. We already have a crucial misdrop on Angon's side on Dr. Mario. It's about 4 rows from top, and we have a red over a blue virus. So building long form is probably not as in the cards. Then again, I don't really like how either player's positioning is right now. But at least Kirk is kind of cashing a couple 2 chains on his way down. Unfortunately, pill into pill chains does not affect your score counter at all. So while that was a neat little hat trick, Kirk's kind of jogging in place. We're both kind of jogging in place.
It just absolutely does not run in.
Okay, we got a 2 chain off of Kirk's side, but I don't know that we're going to be advancing to A-type at all. Okay, fine. Amelia's got to solve.
What does Amelia solve?
She's streaming to the Discord.
Ah, okay. Let's see if I can get this to work. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this now.
Just window capture to Discord, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry for the hiccups, folks. Puzzle cast. Yeah, you're right. Good lord. Yeah, even with 4 quota left and 3 on the other, I don't think either of these players are going to see A-type before we get a timeout. Shit's rough, you guys.
How do I drop all this stuff?
That being said, if one of them's going to see the pearly gates that is Tetris A-type mode, it's gonna be Angon's. Okay, Angon's with some crazy overstacking manages to make his way into Tetris A-type, which is the mode that he really, really wants to be running. Kirk, buddy, I love you. This is dire. We need one good Tetris for Angons to seal it. There's one. Brothers committing to Diagonal Dash a little too hard, which, funny enough, this game is Diagonal Dash. It feels terrible. Angon's potentially setting up for another Tetris here. Kirk's Soul Yellow Virus is so tough to what. He got it! We're both in A-type. God bless. That being said, Kirk has so much to make up for. He gets 2 points in A-type, baby. Let's go!
It's not 0.
It's not 0. Oh, God bless. Angon's moving on.
A hard-fought battle, it sounds like. Unfortunately, we did not get to watch as much of this as we maybe would have hoped. Though, we are a little bit behind you spectating.
These things can't be helped.
I'm about to see Angons get that, or Kirk get that yellow,
SNES 9X spectating is not snappy. You're just gonna have to accept that your commentators can see into the future, and they know where you'll be at in 5 years from now.
So what is the next? Okay, the next stream match is going to be you and Amelia. So
Pray for me.
Pray for me that I can connect.
For you. I'll stream it for you.
Stream it to Discord, but I will also try to connect. Because that will be cleaner if it does go through. So we have Juicy.
All right, room's up.
Is this first to is this first to 2, or is this still
not yet?
Not yet. Not until top 8, or is it just top? Yeah, top 8. Okay.
Did session die? I had
the stream, or
Amelia says, "Let me challenge." I don't get why, but okay. I have a motive.
Amelia's gonna hit you at that news. The brain's done.
I would do it. The motive is not to let me do it, I'm sure. Alright, I'm set to available. The Deku Slayer, you're going to be doing at least 3 months of community service. Oh, we're doing music off. Good. Love to see it. Just let me know when you're in, Deca.
All right. Are you going to stream to the Discord?
Do you want me to?
Yes.
But you want to try it? Okay.
I'm going to load into the game in the meantime, and we'll switch when it connects. But for now, we will use Discord.
However you want to approach it. All right, I'm ready to go whenever. Good luck, have fun. I am P2. Oh, yeah, that is some awkward silence.
Oh my god, it's so quiet. It's like Wait, does it not even do game noises?
It does game noise. But that's about it.
Oh, it might be a Oh, there we go. Okay. I had Discord sound off for some reason.
I mean, probably in your best interest, usually.
We can hear the wonderful tones of the blocks. As neither player is ever going to find an eyepiece in a reasonable time frame. Amelia on the left here, very tight spot. Yep, gonna top out. So that means 0 points for this game mode, right?
Yep, it's a hard reset.
Yeah.
Which means, realistically, I might be able to steal this from Amelia. What is with this RNG start?
Oh, yeah, Juicy getting absolutely screwed with the first piece blues. When the nearest blue is very deep in the stack. Okay, Amelia is going to get a Tetris. And they're going to have to slam some more pieces down, because they might want to get one more Tetris. And they will. So Amelia is going to come out of Tetris B-type. Oh, no. There's still more. Because they had to restart completely.
Yes. It eats up a lot of time.
So Amelia has foregone the third Tetris and is just rapidly downstacking. Finally,
she needs to make up for the time I'm going to get. Yeah.
So combos in Dr. Mario only matter if they clear a virus, correct?
Correct.
That's to make up for the fact that this version does not have, like...
No, that's just how the game works.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ooh, Amelia with a nice 2-chain into the fat log. Do fat logs count as chains?
Technically.
Okay. Alright. Juicy entering A-type. There's no real way for us to see how much time there is left, is there?
No, we don't even get the audio cue.
So Amelia needs this yellow here to get a chain. 3, 4, 5. So that is quite a chunk of points there. And it is going to do a little bit to speed Amelia into the into getting towards A-type. Alright. So Amelia will enter A-type, only getting 10,000 on Dr. Mario means there's a lot of work to do here. Juicy with almost a half-board lead in terms of building material.
Things can happen.
Sorry to pop in, but the names are actually backwards on the
they are.
overlay. So yeah, Amelia's on the left, Juicy is on the right.
This is true.
I wonder if that like makes anyone go holy heck when they're like doing their prediction stuff. But yeah.
It means I'm actually cracked at Dr. Mario. I'm not. This feels like it's been going on for a while. Okay, there's the time up.
The stopwatch unlock.
GG's. Honestly, the B-type just choosing to live saved me a lot. But Amelia's gonna have a loser's run.
Pay off.
That,
Just not enough.
that's so
eye
hard.
pieces soon enough. Sometimes that's what happens.
Alrighty then. Next stream match is gonna be Rune and Angons.
That is.
I'm not molding. I'm sorry.
Let it be known, Amelia is not mad.
Ay.
Okay, are they? They're not in. But it is going to be Rune versus Handguns.
What was that board? That board was fucked up. We can mutually agree to that.
All right, Rune is on the left. Handguns right. And this is going to be a 1-2.
All right.
So if you could do me a favor and stream when you get in, and I will continue to try to connect, but it is not looking good.
It's okay. We make things work. Okay. Into the video game. Rune left side, Angons left. It's interesting to see how Rune values things in this game because he has historically done pretty alright. But I have been told to my face that prioritizing B-type is not necessarily a game make. And we're at least reading a little bit on both player sides. Rune keeps getting the pieces he needs to keep going. God bless him. Taking the O in a particularly weird place, but that means that we either have to take a skim, or we're just not getting a Tetris for the rest of B-type for Rune. Hey, Deck, are you streaming the stream?
Oh, I'm not. No. Sometimes things fail in unique and interesting ways.
Yeah.
Alright.
Speaking of which, you know, tip your TOs tonight. Masa Queen and, note, Masa Queen playing extra duty, noticing what we're missing on stream sometimes. Oh! Angons! Buddy!
Oh yeah, Angons went creative with the chain form. Unfortunately, pieces did not add up.
That just seems too straight up wrong for me to call it experimental.
Oh, I do not like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, good thing for Rune, because he's allowed to play a lot more of the game that he wants. Getting little fat log 2 chain there. We're trying to cook something with the blues and center board. Rune's going to spend out 2 chain.
Rune getting some nice pairs to make quick work of these yellows.
Need one more clear for the red. That's going to be another 2 chain.
Right,
5,000.
5,000's
fine. Yeah. That's your just adding a little bit of a little bit of oregano to your meat and calling that the seasoning. It's not nothing. But that was far from a spicy Dr. Mario round. Rune getting a lot of recursive shapes. We're gonna get first Tetris, and Lord Angon still has 6 more viruses in his quota.
Yeah, this is looking like a pretty comfortable lead for Rune at the moment.
Which is gonna be rough because, Tetris is where Angon's gonna hope to contest Rune. But we're playing pretty safe.
Rune's slamming pieces down pretty quick.
I mean, Rune's not being pressured.
Build working out pretty well for him as well. He's getting lots of all the pieces he could want.
Pretty much.
Ready for Tetris once again.
Taking a slight skim. We're just chilling here. Rune can't even afford the overhangs. Even being 1 Tetris up this late into A-type is huge for him. That's rough. But you know what's not? That.
Gonna breathe a little bit here. Placing the eyepiece down in the well. Maybe recognizing that 2 more Tetrises probably right in the lineup with how little time there probably is left.
Music's kicking up a little bit, so I'm saying we're close to time out here soon. Okay. Angon's showing that he's not down and out yet. But, this is a lot to make up for. Rune now with 2 eye dependencies, but really, he does not need to care. Might get 1 more Tetris for his troubles if RNGesus is a kind. Oh, there it is.
He gets it, and he has enough time to slam it down.
40,000 is actually really solid.
Yeah, Rune definitely no slouch when it comes to Tetris. Alright, yeah, it was right in before the lock. As the timer counts down. Not a moment after, Rune slams down that last Tetris. Do they not know?
Oh, I don't think they knew they were going to first to 2 there.
Well,
They also had a particularly rough connection there, but Australia
so
to
that
Argentina is going to stress test that.
I couldn't tell if that was just Discord streaming being chunky or if that was their
No, it
connection.
was
Okay.
it was capital C chunky there.
Tried restarting Fightcade. Maybe that will help me.
Well, looks like they're still trying to sort that out. While that's happening, if you're enjoying what's going on tonight, Score Attack's not necessarily our forte, but we play a lot of games. We run a lot of brackets. If you like puzzle games, check out the Discord. Enter something. We run wide variety and pretty much sometimes more.
Sometimes two.
Looking forward to columns 2. Hey, RNGs screw up everyone. Look, at least it's equal opportunity. If one of you is in for a bad time on RNG, both players are in for a bad time in RNG.
Yeah, rewards screen watching a little bit if you're behind. You know what you're gonna get.
I'm not antagonizing Amelia in Discord. Why would I do that? All right, we're trying again. It looks like.
Hopping back in.
Okay.
I have to turn on the text. Rune currently up 1.
Correct. There's your stream. What would you say is the bracket run with the hardest competition? Like, are we talking sheer quantity? The gap between the best player and everyone else? Or, like, everyone's kind of in spitting distance? Money Idol covers a lot of the same ground. But I almost want to say, like, unless we are truly in a post-Butts BB world, Money takes a slight backseat to some of the upsets that happen in Magical Drop 3.
I think in terms of, like, level of overall competition, Magical Drop probably has the, like, heaviest top end in the games we play. Of the people who regularly attend, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is still going to be a deeply chunky match, but I think both players have just kind of accepted that. I like how Rune is kind of navigating his stack to take Skim Double. Never mind. Rune has set himself up to perish.
Rune is dancing with death here. I'm very uncomfortable watching this transpire.
Okay.
Yeah, Rune is going to take an early loss on Type B, so he's got some ground to make up here.
I would also put Puzzle Bobble up there if we ran it with more consistency.
Yeah,
like Puzzle Bobble 1 has had some deeply brutal players, and they all actually scrap with each other pretty hard.
Yeah, and it's even spookier when we get like the just Fightcade regulars showing up, because there's a lot of people in that lobby.
Puzzle Bobble's also had a higher quantity of like hitting killers.
Yeah.
Boy, Rune, Buddy. This is nonsense I would pull. This was our friendly match where I died like 3 times in B-type. Let him cook. Okay.
Rune off to an intriguing start here with Type B.
Are you the top seed? No, but I have concerns now. I don't care if Rune even pulls this back, I still have concerns.
I'd be very impressed if he could come back at this point.
He would need to actually play Dr. Mario.
He would need to play Dr. Mario, and he would need to race to, like, 4 Tetrises instantly.
We're making up for early B-type sins. But time to really see if waiting around this long was worth it.
Alright, he just needs that last,
You could greed for the 4th, because you can go over your quota. He's at 5 lines left.
Oh, where does this sit?
But-
Oh, I see at the top now. Okay.
Top right, yeah, under the score.
Honestly, it might be his best bet, considering how much of a deficit he's at. Just going for the, okay, yeah, he's just slamming pieces down, trying to get rid of them at this point.
Okay,
Gets the eyepiece.
we got 4 Tetrises in B-type. Let's see what that does for him.
He is going to need to either blitzkrieg this Dr. Mario run, or he's going to have to hope that RNG is very unkind to Angons to salvage this,
Either could happen, but like... Man. I don't think he meant to make that cross, but whatever.
He's doing some...
Oh, I see the vision. The vision is broken, Rune is dead.
Rune is dead, long live Rune.
I don't know about that one, buddy. Unless I'm reading this the wrong way. Which, very realistically, could be the case. Ah, I read it wrong. It's a good chunk of change there, but that's like a Tetris.
It's amazing how much more value you get out of Tetrises than good play in Dr. Mario.
Angon's on a really weird dependency right now.
Rune?
And Rune actually in A-type after 2 fumbles of B-type.
He has nearly 40,000 points. He's gonna have to go he's gonna have to go absolutely crazy here to bring this specific match back. I think that's the opener you want for going crazy.
We're gonna have to see just how many favors maxing out B-type did.
It was not enough. He just didn't make enough points.
The fact that that's even within the same digit count's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. There was so much of that entire set that Rune was just not able to play.
Where'd Discord go?
We're taking an interesting skim here. Or actually, it's choose to make an entirely new floor. Oh my god, he gets out of this. That seems a little fucked up, yes?
Yeah. Rune getting a little blessed there.
Like, that dirty centerboard Tetris... slightly criminal?
Authorities on the lookout for a man from Australia.
Hey, Becca, can you update scoreboard?
Oh, I can update the scoreboard.
I believe in you. Okay, we're gambling on an eyepiece that I don't think is coming. Oh.
No, Rune getting clipped. His piece going in.
I'm surprised how much he wants to gamble on
such a
B-type after last one.
Yeah.
That being said, I think he has the benefit that Angons is also in extreme danger. Like, I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, so Rune dying first actually going to be a benefit here.
We may be in a potential just first to get out of B-type wins.
And Rune's going to
Rune getting a Tetris.
Because I think he's committed at this point.
Are we just going to take it? No. This son of a bitch.
That feels like an incorrect decision. Oh, but he never punished. He gets the Tetris. And he's ready for a third. If it is so kind as to appear. Oh, what a beautiful skin.
Rune really wants that Tetris. Do we think it's gonna come? I'm not holding. That was a terrible burn.
Uh-oh. 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 It did not pay off. This is some Puzzle Bobble RNG. So that means the situation that Angons has gotten themselves into is going to be the same, right? More or less?
Yeah. Also, once we're out of this match, we need to check your sound, buddy.
Oh, no sound at all?
For the game, and you're pretty quiet, it sounds like.
I'm quiet. Interesting.
Rune. Buddy. I feel like we need to have an intervention about these B-type starts.
Rune has gone back into the greed dimension.
Some of it's just going to be like, it's probably a brutal connection from Australia to Argentina.
Yeah, that's true.
They're both going through the blender. Usually, all the platforms we use are pretty well equipped to handle those distances, but...
SNES 9X, notable for having
notable
one
for
of the lesser experiences online on Fightcade.
Look, I was using that when I was growing up in the 90s.
The SNES 9X.
It is ancient, not online, just as an emulator. Like, it's ancient, brother.
And I presume it has not been wonderfully supported over all these years.
Who can say?
We could check to see when the last time it was updated was. have a feeling the answer is not recently. Nightcap, seeing if I'm reading the bracket correctly and you are Nightshine in the bracket, you will be on stream sooner rather than later. We will almost certainly be streaming Losers Round 4. So Angons has made it into A-type again. Less ahead of Rune this time, though.
I don't see how Rune gets out of this. We already got one Tetris in.
Yeah, and this
Rune's
time
at 5
Rune
quota.
didn't get the spicy 4 Tetris transition either. Rune's probably going to try to get this red from underneath, I presume. I gotta set myself.
Didn't even make it into A-type.
Ooh. Wow. What a game.
Unfortunate. Okay. What a game indeed. Jeez.
So Angons, with a bit of an upset here, is going to move on to winners finals. And Rune is going to drop down into losers. An unfamiliar turf for him, perhaps.
Alrighty then. I'm going to be playing against Stolen. Yeah, wish me luck.
Who needs luck when you have skill? Are you on the left or right?
I'm going to be on left.
Stolern feels like a German name with that H thrown in there.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, you're both from America, so hopefully I'll be able to connect.
Luck is a skill. I kind of agree with that.
As my dad always says, you make your own luck. You got to put yourself in positions to capitalize on it.
All right. You all good to go, Deca?
Yeah, I'm going to switch back to watching your Discord stream while I try to get the... Did OBS like that? Yes, it did. Okay. Oh, but we don't sound again because I had to mute Discord. All right, we're back. Maybe. Hold on. There we go. We're back now. Doing a little volume
Happy for you, buddy.
mixing. Juicy with a pretty greedy, that's dead. Oh, I shrank the screen again.
I wanted it so bad.
A-type proving, or B-type proving to be, quite the menace tonight.
I think that's why it's just accepted that you go through B-type and just deal.
What? Why does it keep doing that? Define greed. So greed is when you go for something that will give you a lot of points, but is maybe strategically inadvisable. I.e., if you have a Tetris well, greed is good. There we go. That is the ontological definition of greed.
Maybe just, overextending past what you need to actually clear or win a set or round. Like me, I'm greeting right now.
It's going for points when you should be going for a safe play that is less likely to get you killed. That's typically what greed means. So in Dr. Mario, multi-clearing viruses, I presume, does not give you a bonus, and that is why people have been avoiding doing it. The number of viruses you clear in a chain is important, but in an individual step, it eats your score, right? Oh, really? Huh, interesting. Alright, Juicy entering discard mode as he's racing to the finish here. Okay, Juicy's gonna have to build up from underneath again. So Juicy enters A-type a bit late here. But Stolern only has, I think, one Tetris. 15,000 points. There's been a lot of skims, but I think he only has one Tetris. So Juicy does have an opportunity here to optimize himself and come back. If he can get a piece that goes into that left well. And he's currently having a very hard time finding one. Oh! Discarding the... So Juicy is probably just gonna play sans the bottom column now. Oh! Just doesn't have enough time. So I think that is gonna be the first game going to Stoller.
Yeah.
I should start a little timer so I know about how long it's passed. Alright, let's see if the greed is the undoing once again. Or if we start to see some more conservative play.
Stop giving me so many O's.
Juicy definitely not going nearly as high on board as he has been. Fortunately, he's developing some rather uncomfortable piece dependencies. But he's now in the space to take a Tetris, where the game ever so kind is to give him an eyepiece. Ooh, and that was almost death. Just about in Tetris zone once again. Unfortunately, the eyepiece comes early. He is going to greed for it. see if this is advisable or not.
Fine.
Okay. Juicy, uncomfortable with how high the board is just gonna grab the last 2 lines. So, he is entering Dr. Mario, 10 viruses behind. So Stolern has now entered A-type, and we are currently at 2 minutes and 20 seconds or so. So just about hitting the halfway point. Interesting, so only virus quantity in 1 clear matters. Whether it's a chain or a single match is irrelevant. Oh, Juicy sliding that red piece over 1 too far.
Oh, no.
Oh, and now he's done some unfortunate burying of the pieces required to advance. Juicy has quite a bit of digging to do at this point. Juicy building up a chain here on the left, trying to get rid of I was gonna say trying to get rid of some material here, but
No, stick a fork in me. I'm done, brother.
prodigious amount of digging required to exit this stage at this point.
Pretty much. Yeah, unfortunately for Juicy, none of these clears do anything. Pretty much. I could maybe make my way down to the bottom leftmost, but nope.
Yep, that's time. So with a healthy 4,000 finisher, A-type,
Oof.
or B-type, or yeah, A-type, Stolern is going to take it 2-0.
GG's. Okay. Where are we at?
We are...
Commercial break time.
Commercial break time? Alright, I'll hand it off
Yeah.
to you then.
Let me get the slide up since
I will
you're...
slide up, yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Go do your laundry, buddy. Okay. So, we're in October now. This slide does not show it, but you're at Tetris and Dr. Mario mixed match right now. Wave on the screen. That's you up there. October 9th, we're going back to one of those aforementioned most competitive puzzlers that we got, Money Puzzle Exchanger. If you're unfamiliar, it is a take on Magical Drop, close enough to Magical Drop to actually get sued off the face of the earth for it, that prioritizes math over matching colors. So you're doing coins. It is 1 yens to 5, 2 5s to a 10, 5 10s to a 50, 2 50s to 100, and then 100s to 500s, match the 500s. That resolves the chain completely. It is a very, very brutal reactive chain game, and at least for while I was coming down regularly, Butts BB won basically a year plus worth of tournaments. Really good player, but he's started to dip out a little bit, and competition's firing up again. October 11th. This is a personal choice. Recently, we got a Fightcade update. First time in about a year plus.
It was like 2 years almost.
Yep. We got the Sega C2 boards, which meant we already did original style Puyo Puyo, and we are doing Columns 2. If you're familiar with Columns, you probably are familiar with Columns 3, the game that has a funny punch button where you can just store up your clears and set them off all at once. This game does a more traditional Puyo style where your move resolves, that's when the damage hits. However, don't think that this is a chain game. This is not a chain game. This is a game that rewards you for shoving as many of the same color in a single link as possible. You get like 9 or 10. That is more than half board. This is the funny poke game. You're playing Sam Show.
Big damage. The Sam Show puzzle game?
This is the Sam Show puzzle game. Big Billy One Slice. You attack with a funny one chain and they just die.
Okay, you definitely have my attention now.
Good. There is no Columns game that isn't deeply funny somehow. Moving along, October 16th, we got Puzzle Star Sweep. For the uninitiated, I want to say it's more paneled upon than it is not. You have a slight perspective change where you're matching star blocks together, and your board is not quite raising upwards, it's raising downwards, if that makes sense. 3-color game, the real caveat is the lower you stack on your board, the faster new material comes in. So you have to be able to eyeball chains from top down to avoid over stacking and a huge amount of risk. It's definitely classic, and the PlayStation version we're running has a second rotation button, which means it's a better game. And for the last on our slide here, we have Tricky Towers. It's actually a indie favorite of mine that we ran a decent amount pre-Puzzle Wednesday times when I was doing in-person tournaments. This is what if Tetris had physics. However, I'm sure you've heard the idea before. What Tricky Towers does with it is it forgoes treating it like a Tetris game. There's no line clears, nothing like that. Rather, you have even. No, there's not. What you get is a gauntlet of 3 different modes that check your stack integrity. Race is hitting a certain height and holding that for 3 seconds, and making sure that your build holds integrity. You get puzzle mode, which is a mode where you have to fit as many pieces under a certain height, and that means deeply risky horizontal extensions. And you get survival mode, which is you can only take about 2 or 3 instances of your tower falling apart before you get knocked out. It's a great time. This might be one of my favorite takes on a Tetris game. I promise you, whether you're playing or just watching, it will be funny.
This
with a capital F.
This is one of those games where I've busted it out like among just people who have never played puzzle games before, and
It's a great
it
party
is a
game.
hoot and a holler. You've got people screaming as their tower slowly drifts to one side and then wiggles back, and then your opponent hits you with some messed up power up because there are
You
powers in this game.
you don't have to be good. It's just fun. Also, it has Octodad in it,
It does have Octodad in it.
and that's the note we're ending on. Let's get back to bracket.
All right. Oh, I never switched over to the schedule. I pulled it up, but I didn't. I'm bad. Okay, well, there's the quick schedule.
Oh.
I never hit the. I brought it up, but I never switched to the bumper. I'm sorry. This is so scuffed today. I'm not. Happy
God
with
bless.
one.
All right. It's time for video games. What are we calling next? Stream match call. We got our winners finals, Angons and Stolern.
All right.
Get them queued up.
As soon as I can find my Discord window, we can see what matches next. All right, Angons and Stolen. We've got our winners finals. Let's see who is on the left and who is on the right. This is definitely not the winners finals matchup I would have expected. We are in very unknown territory at this moment.
Yeah, potentially. All right, they're queuing up.
All right. Bring up Discord again.
You got it.
The lovely stream. To find the window to watch. Can't click that. We got spooky music playing.
Okay.
All right, we're off. Start my handy dandy lap timer.
It's really hard to not want to optimize B-type, I will readily admit.
Oh yeah,
There's just an urge.
There's so much potential for points that the gorilla part of the brain wants to see number go up.
Like, even then, you get maybe 30,000 if you're deeply lucky. And that's a casual amount in A-type.
Yeah,
but
earlier we saw Rune hit 60,000?
Yeah.
So you can...
And I realize, throwing stones from my glass house, I'm calling myself out here. I need to not do that. It's not worth it.
Bit of a misdrop there. Okay, oh, I thought I hit update. Hold on. Names. Are the names right now? Stolen on the left and Handguns on the right? Yes. Okay. So we've got both players in Dr. Mario at almost exactly the same time.
Well, Stolern's got a pretty pronounced advantage in this, so... Even if he's not going for points...
He's got finesse. He knows
yes.
this game inside and out. Yeah, I can tell just by the way he's playing. Like, no piece goes to waste.
The amount that he can get by on just a decent A-type? Oh my god.
What a clear.
Sure was.
Oh, and here we go. He's gonna chain into 2 of the last 3. Or 3 of the last 4, I mean. And now he
Gonna
just
say
had
it's
red.
clutch.
So going into A-type in basically half the time it's going to take Angons.
Yeah, like, again, Stolen just has to do okay. And as we've seen, he can do more than okay in A-type.
Yeah, he put up some formidable numbers in his match against you. I think he got 40,000 pretty easily. And at the moment, he has about 2 minutes to do the best he can in A-type.
Doctor. Okay. So he's... Angon's making it into A-type, but we're already 2 Tetrises down.
Yeah, and Angons only has like a minute and 30 seconds or so. Maybe a little longer. So
It's rough out here.
He's going to have to play at quite a prodigious pace to make up
I mean,
for the fact that Angons
he is capable.
Stolen is already up 2 Tetrises. But yes, it is quite apparent to me that Angons is playing at quite a quick pace. Already finding 1 Tetris. But both players with a hole in their board in almost exactly the same spot is kind of funny to me. Oh, but these overhangs are a little uncomfortable. Angons has made either a bit of a misdrop or a bit of a misplay. As he transitions into B-type and starts to make the mid-board Tetris.
Oh boy, we're only getting more brutal here. I mean, yeah, we can afford to start going for triples. It doesn't matter anymore.
Okay, here are the eye pieces. Alright, with just
Okay, we
about
got...
20 seconds left on the clock.
Angons has a way out. May as well just start hard discarding, get Tetrises we can get.
Five seconds or so.
I'm gonna say, where are you getting this math from?
I have a timer run. Oh, does the timer not tick down when they're loading?
Huh? Oh, I have no idea. I didn't know you were keeping track.
Or are we playing on 7 minutes now?
No, we're still 5.
Well, we're at 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, there we go.
Okay. 5 Namekian seconds, correct.
Yeah, 5 Namekian seconds. Alright, oh, very close. But Stolen is going to take game.
Honestly, that's more promising for Angons, because at this point it proves blow through B-type, blow through Dr. Mario, play the game that you're going to get your score in.
Actually, the real difference maker there was how many more points Angons got in B-type than Stolen did.
That's crazy.
That
was a really weird overhang to take.
Oh, that one on the right there?
Yeah, I mean, a couple really weird committal... Okay, change it into an eye dependency. They're both in a rough spot. Look.
Yeah,
you can say it's premature.
I agree with that. I think transitioning into... Oh, he's just moving the well. Though, I guess he's just going to transition at this point. Yeah, no point in staying.
Stolen coming out kind of ahead here. Even if we're behind on time, that's a whole extra Tetris is worth.
Yeah, we saw how hard Stoller cooked in Dr. Mario last time, so this is going to be a hard-fought match. And one of the little time savers I've noticed about Stoller's play is he almost makes sure to never have pieces drop because it's so slow.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Anytime you see a piece falling is a time that you can't be piece placing.
Ooh, the double skim on that was great. Tacked on little 2 chains.
So Angon's actually moving at quite a good pace this time.
I mean, after last round, like, Angons needs it. He has a lot more time in Tetris A-Type coming up than he had at all in the last round. Which, again, deeply promising. Discarding for the yellow. And Stoller doesn't really have any damage on the board, but Lord, having a eye dependency on both sides and already taking an unfortunate plug, that's not a Tetris.
Yeah, that is a 2,000 point clear that could have very well been 7,000 point clear.
Like, the gaps in scoring for older Tetrises are brutal.
Oh, it's enormous, yeah. The
Triples are not comparable to Tetrises.
It's like an order of magnitude. I guess not quite an order of magnitude, but like... It's like three times or so.
Brutal. Stoller very much considering whether to give up the J or L dependency there. Love to consider the option select. Unfortunately...
Angons with a perfectly beautiful stack.
Yeah.
Is exactly what you want to see.
I mean, look. We don't need a perfect from Stoller. We just need to maintain the lead that we built.
And that lead is shrinking rapidly.
That's also not a Tetris there. Okay.
Alright, so Angons has actually finessed the well onto the other side of his board as he takes another Tetris. And I believe he is now up in points. High dependency on the left. Eating a chance at a Tetris.
Oh boy, we get another Tetris opportunity. Okay. This really is going either way. Oh, the emulation stutter made me think that was the round end for a second.
The time, yeah. I think Angons is up right now.
Oh my god.
But
okay.
So Stoller getting that Tetris. It's so close. It is really coming down to the wire. Though this
getting the double eye
dependency
is bad.
Right now means that Tetrises are really far away. Oh, unfortunately, Stoller going for the safer play, discarding, and losing a lot of tempo for it.
Just kind of accepting it. We're just going to get any points we can. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I believe Angons has solidly taken the lead at this point.
Okay.
It all came down to the type. Angons with the superior performance, putting himself on the board. It is now 1-1.
Okay.
Alright, now remember to start my timer this time.
I'm wondering if Stoller isn't going to go for some potential point maxing out on actual Dr. Mario, but that could also be a risk. Basically, anything that is not A-type is a risk.
Yeah. Right. We've entered Greedland. Oh, but the eyepiece comes
Oh my god.
So that's only one Tetris, though. For
Yeah, there's still a
Stolen,
hole in the
at least.
base, basically.
Yeah.
That being said...
Angon's got 2 Tetrises, though, I think, so...
We're capable of making this even.
Okay.
Unfortunately, about 1 short on Stolen side.
Yeah, there was 1 Tetris that Angon's got that Stolen didn't. So...
Yo, the finesse is clean, though. My god. This game feels kind of mean sometimes. The colors gives you a top board.
Yeah, when the colors you get at top board are like completely and utterly buried in the
Like,
bottom.
yes, this is the perfect time for double yellow. Why do you ask? Ooh, that was slick.
So Angon's doing a pretty good job keeping up in terms of pace. So the fact that Stolen isn't getting a prodigious amount of points here could come back to bite them.
Did Stolen just build up column 4 just to minimize the overhang? Yeah.
I mean, possible. Alright, so with a 4-virus lead, Stolen is going to have some time to set up maybe a Tetris or 2.
Gotta optimize it, though. Unfortunately, left side of the board's getting a little understacked here. We're also gonna need an eye dependency. The thing that he kind of runs into consistently is needing both side eye dependencies, and like... Fuck, dude.
Whoa.
Okay. Got out of that somehow. Downstack's gonna be a little awkward, but
yeah,
the worst of it's past.
This downstack's gonna eat 2 Tetrises, so...
Lord, this is some real never punished stuff. With love in my heart, I have no idea how he got away with that. Gonna take a plug there. I think that's the right call on Stolen's side. Slight advantage. Angon's... Never mind.
Yep, Angon's gonna take the lead now.
We got a couple unfortunate plugs here. I think we're losing the plot here.
Yeah, the board is just looking a little bit too much like Swiss cheese for Stolen to really capitalize.
Oh my god, that was such a good cleanup from Angon's.
Yeah,
Get another Tetris.
With a impeccable board. Textbook, even.
Oh, we might be in stick a fork in him territory now. And now we're committing to some deeply uncomfortable overhangs that are actually being fixed pretty well. But some Hail Mary triples are not gonna close that gap.
Yeah, the pace is not there to make this comeback.
That would be something to, like, patch a disadvantaged state while you're up ahead, but we are not ahead anymore. We are certainly not ahead.
Yeah, with 53,000 points. I think Angon's is in front two of the game modes, and it's the two game modes that produce the most points.
60,000, man.
I was just about to say, and we're right up against the end there. Yeah, I think the games, the 5-minute game runs for about 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So
it's also not accounting for like frame hiccups and skips.
Yeah, that's true. Like 87,800. I think that's the highest score we've seen tonight.
Alrighty. Baby, it's time.
No, I see a red circle.
It's me. It's time for Juicy Losers. Everyone's favorite part of the stream, where usually we run Juicy Losers because I'm streaming, but it's Deca tonight. So this is just for love of the game.
Oh, I forgot to update that to winners finals.
Love of the game.
This is losers semis. All right. So Juicy is against Nightcapped. I believe it goes by Night Shine. So that's what I'm going to put in the overlay.
Just send me the challenge. Let's do the thing. I'm going to be right side this time.
Oh, you're on the right.
Just so you know. Yeah.
All right. First to two. 5-minute race to the finish.
Okay.
A little bit of black bars.
We gonna do this?
Yep, I'm in. I'm watching.
Oh, I know you are.
Are you doing silent? So Night Shine just immediately discarding. He is racing out of Type B. Does not want to deal with the sudden death mechanic that some of our other players have contended with. However, that gives Juicy an opportunity to get quite a lot of points here that Night Shine is not going to see. Juicy's board has become a little bit messy, and he is taking some triples. He is not fully committing to the greed, which seems like the wise decision based on experience in previous matches. He will get 2 Tetrises, or 2.5 Tetrises.
2.
Yeah, so 2 Tetrises. So Juicy going into Dr. Mario at the same time as Night Shine with quite a bit of a point. I do not know where Night Shine's roots lie, so I'm unsure. Ooh, I see a very nice 3-chain here, though. He needs a greed to win. Oh, wow. 4 chain. So, Nightshine getting some bonus points here in Dr. Mario. So it is costing them a little bit of pace. They are definitely clearing a little bit slower than Juicy at the moment. I'd say with maybe a little over 2 minutes left. I forgot to start my timer at exactly the beginning, but I wanted theater. Understandable. We're all here for entertainment. So Tetris 1 gonna go to Juicy. As he begins to build somewhat unconventional well in column 3 from the right. Okay. Shifting it back over. He converts into another Tetris, and his board is ready to go. All these eyepieces.
That was deeply generous. What is this game?
It means that you're just never gonna see an eyepiece ever again. Oh, never mind, I lied. Juicy taking the early donation, I guess, to maximize the value of the eyepieces he's getting in the moment instead of saving them for later.
I'll do it again.
Right. So Juicy with 45,000 is going to take a healthy game. Plenty of room to spare. Juicy definitely here to say that his placement in loser's bracket is a fluke. He's out for blood. He has a message for all of us tonight, and that's if I don't greed in silly ways, I can win. I say.
That's usually pretty truthful.
As the board becomes rather full very quickly. But he is going to take a Tetris here. Stolen, or Nightshine developing, I was going to say an eyepiece dependency on the left, but it is actually a Tetris wheel. Okay, Stolen stack, very flat now.
Playing against Nightshine, buddy.
Oh, Nightshine,
I already played Stroller once today in bracket.
Alright. Nightshine and Juicy both transitioning into Dr. Mario at about the same time. We are 1 minute in. As Juicy proceeds to get all of the colors that are deeply buried within the board. Oh, that was a little bit of a hiccup.
Not quite what I wanted there, but
But Juicy unfortunately forgetting to rotate a piece, I think. Nightshine with a big chain into a 3 match. So, getting some mileage out of that. Gonna see a big, like, 7,000 point score jump. But alas, that is still only one, Tetris worth of points. He is gonna make his way into A-type. 3 viruses ahead of Juicy, though. And while the viruses are not particularly buried on Juicy's side of the board, they're not free either. This red one in particular is going to take a little bit of digging to remove. Alright, Juicy gets lucky and puts together a very nice 2-chain to dig himself out. But Nightshine has a full Tetris lead and quite a clean board. That a 2 Tetris lead. Was the game hiccups a little bit. These repeated piece placements getting a little spooky. Nightshine gonna go for a skin here with that square. Does not want the board to get too and an eyepiece dependency has appeared. I think that eyepiece, well, maybe not. I was gonna say it might just turn into a new Tetris well. Oh, the T-piece coming at the opportune time. And we now have, once again, the funny column 3 from the right. Tetris well. Oh, but time is up. So Nightshine, actually, with quite a bit of a lead coming out of the last stage, is going to win game 2. Juicy unable to make it to A-type quick enough to offset the value of Tetris. Yep, we're in game 3. Juicy's rapidly setting his board up for a Tetris. He's currently outpacing Nightshine by just a few pieces. Ooh, the greed. Let's see if this one pays off, and it does. Juicy gaining a Tetris that Nightshine had to take as a triple. Oh, and Juicy's gonna get a 3rd Tetris! And he is now just like 1 or 2 lines away from transitioning, so... Rapidly slamming some pieces down, just looking for the material. Ooh, that looked like a bit of a misdrop. Okay. Juicy having a hard time finding that last line, but he's going into Tetris with both a time and a point lead. And it's a pretty big point lead to boot. In the previous games, Nightshine has been a bit quicker than Juicy coming out of Dr. Mario. So we'll have to see if that trend continues. And we got a nice little chain there on the right side, on the left side. Nightshine not afraid to bury this blue on the left here. But Juicy's a little bit tangled up on the left side of his own board. Alright, stack collapsing. The escape is in sight. Juicy just needs this double yellow. And so, Nightshine right on his heels coming into A-type. About a 5-second difference. Juicy only has 5 pieces down. That's these same piece placements. Ooh. We're gonna overhang early here. Remember, Nightshine is currently well behind on points based on Juicy's performance in Type B. So, anything he takes as a donation or a skim that Juicy gets to Tetris is more of a lead than you think. We'll get chunky here for a second. Juicy with such a textbook stack, able to very easily handle the uncomfortable pieces being sent his way. And he is just going to convert. Oh no, he's going to put the he's going to put the Tetris column in column 2 from the right this time. Alright, Juicy with 38,000 is going to take a convincing lead in game 3.
GG's.
He is going to win.
Alright.
Well played.
Thank you. Okay. What we doing?
Right, you might still be in the hot seat, buddy.
Solid chance.
You're up against Amelia now.
Oh, again.
Oh, the rematch.
Oh, it's time for vengeance. All right.
You gonna be on the left or the right?
Amelia's probably a sent challenge, so I'm probably on right.
All right, perfect. That's exactly how I've got it set up.
Time for me to show just how not mad I still am.
Definitely not
God.
shrinking into a corn cob right now.
Never.
and let the press know I'm not mad.
Alright, let's do the thing.
All right.
See, the difference is we have music this time.
Yes, that's it. We've got music. There is
The difference is also I immediately misplayed.
no sweat. I actually like your board more than Amelia's. Because you're already ready for a Tetris. Oh, that's a bit of a misdraw. I think the make or break in this matchup is really going to be Dr. Mario. Ooh. Okay, Juicy has created a Tetris transition opportunity here. And he gets the eyepiece in the nick of time. It's gonna take about a 5-second lead going into. Oh no! Amelia didn't have the extra piece ready. So Juicy gets about a 15-second head start playing Dr. Mario. But is it going to be enough? Ooh. Yellow does not look like a good placement. Okay, the stack will collapse though, so we can rebuild.
I would never greed. Why do you ask? Oh, fuck. It isn't the consequence of my actions. You know what, we're just gonna take the mulligan.
Alright, so the 15-second lead turning into a 40-second behind now for Juicy.
It can't be worse than the pit I was digging myself into.
Yeah, there is a point at which the dig is worse than the death, and recognizing that early could be what saves Juicy in the when he makes it to A-type. Oh. That blue looks like a misplacement. Amelia with some stuff TM cooking over on the left here. This is quite the tower we've constructed. I don't know much about the chain forms of Dr. Mario, but that looks like a chain form to me. Even my untrained eye can sort of see the vision. It's a very nice 3-chain, however, it accomplishes very little in terms of direct value. The board state has improved, but it has not advanced toward the objective. Okay, things are being constructed on the right here that are beyond my mortal comprehension. Ah! It was an advanced chain setup. And so, see, the real game changer between this matchup and the matchups we've seen previously is that where most players have been exiting Dr. Mario with between 5 and 9,000 points, Amelia has just exited Dr. Mario with 23,000 points.
Jesus.
So Juicy has some moving to do here, as he hopes and prays to pull a T, which he finally does. So Juicy really has to hustle here on... Oh! But we spent so long in Dr. Mario that Dr. Mario is going to be the game changer.
That's crazy.
So Amelia taking game one.
Okay, come on. Let's do the thing.
They're off to the races. Juicy setting up an early Tetris well on the left here and converting succinctly. Juicy's skill as a Tetris player very evident in how well he can convert the jagged start of a B-type board into a Tetris well. Fortunately, this sunken hole down on the right means that his Tetris well doesn't quite provide him all of the Tetrises he wants. Contemplating how to place this eyepiece that he doesn't want to burn. So, okay. Amelia has foregone all of its some Tetris potential and has just rushed into Dr. Mario. Based on what we saw in the previous match, this is a major score producer for her.
You ever...
I'm starting to see something come together here. Ooh, but that... Alright, so 3,800 from 4-chain. Nice. Amelia foregoing, taking some clears on the left. Okay, it's just gonna commit to them. Does not want to overstack too much. Okay, Amelia unable to get such a prodigious number of points this game, but still 9,200, nothing to shake a stick at. Or 9,400, I mean. And Juicy has not quite made it into A-type yet. So we're going to have a bit of a lead in that regard as well. Okay, 3 minutes and 30 seconds in. Both players have entered A-type.
So many Z or S starts.
Juicy immediately sacrificing the bottom row. Saying it doesn't matter. I will delay my Tetris so long as I can keep my board state manageable. Very easy to lose yourself in the weeds when you are...
Music, stop speeding up.
bit of a lead right now. Juicy's gonna need to get a couple of Tetrises here. Namely, a couple of Tetrises that Amelia doesn't. That would not be an option. Ooh, almost with the misdrop and salvaging it at the last second. Amelia is sitting very comfortably. That 20-second lead. Oh. Very close. But unfortunately, 5K in Dr. Mario and 5K in Type A. We're going to
GG's.
give Amelia the lead. She will advance to Grand Finals to face Angons, who has been waiting patiently.
Wait, there's no way. No, that's into losers finals.
Oh, that's losers finals. You're right.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way I make it to losers finals. Making it to top 4 was something.
So this is losers. Losers finals. Angons. It's Amelia. I had my bracket had scrolled over.
I see.
And France is to the left of losers finals. I'm gonna guess Amelia's gonna be on the left, and I'm right.
I mean, you can just use the fight kit interface. Amelia's left.
No, Fight Cave was just buried under a bunch of windows.
That sounds like a you problem, brother.
It is definitely a me problem. Right, are you gonna hop in?
I'm already in. Let me get you a window. There we go.
All right. Streaming is a team effort.
Video game. Okay. Honestly, Amelia has a unique advantage here in going for shit that you even probably won't see from like Stolern as a seasoned Dr. Mario, and that's because Amelia's kind of crazy. It's like, yeah, let me do 6 chain in mid game and 90,000 points, whatever.
Yeah.
So, Stolern saving grip.
I was gonna say, despite the fact that Stolern is a seasoned Dr. Mario player, chaining is not necessarily the key to success in that game. Going for, like, exclusively for chains the way Amelia does is a uniquely unhinged behavior.
Amelia getting into Dr. Mario second. Like, the biggest advantage Stoler's gonna have is Tetris optimization, and I think that's a safe bet to make. Funny 2-chain.
I think the other thing is just how quickly he burns through Dr. Mario. Since he's not as interested in going for these really long-winded chains, he's not going to get bogged down waiting for things to settle or the like.
I mean, I get it. it's just hard to argue with Amelia's point output that like beat mine A-type after a point.
Yeah, 13,000 on.
Because that can still be like 4 Tetrises worth, and that's not impossible with A-type, but you are absolutely beholden to RNGesus by that point.
Yeah, four Tetrises is not impossible on A-type, but like getting 4 Tetrises that your opponent doesn't is very hard, especially when both players are competent.
I don't want to say Amelia's looking kind of stuck, but I'm not going to say it.
Amelia is thinking...
Lose the trigger here. Sometimes, yes. 2-3 chains into each other is 21,000, which is definitely higher than average. That's basically enough to pad the difference in Tetrises here. Thing is, that's a really weird tuck, but at least these tucks may take more time, but Amelia's not giving herself the same eye dependencies that Stolern is.
Stolern is getting kind of lucky, though. The eye dependency not quite coming back to bite him.
We gotta be due for an eye for Amelia here. There it is.
Alright, Amelia very quickly getting her board back into Tetris position. Just in time to get another eyepiece. So Stolern is, in fact, 22,000 points ahead. So it is... I really think this is going to come down to... Ooh, but misses the chance to get... Has to take a skim there. That's an opportunity for Amelia to find some...
We're gonna have to take it awkward there, but we are gonna just nab the Tetris in our best interests. And then everything on her board is going to shit, so we're gonna hope that Hail Mary was worth it.
You're gonna go for the mid-board Tetris well. Just immediately sacrificing the bottom board.
Oh my gosh, Amelia's RNG is deeply kind. But we are almost running out of time here. We need an eyepiece yesterday. There it is. Gonna take the skim.
Gets an eye.
Close topping out. Oh my god!
Takes the lead with probably seconds to go. And at this point, Stolern is just trying not to die.
If he perishes here...
Oh, okay.
Didn't have to,
Time
but...
runs out, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I think Amelia scored higher in all 3 levels.
That's crazy. Honestly, pulling back on A-type was the most clutch feat there.
Yeah. Cleaning up that deficit was very impressive.
Even with a 2-game buffer, nothing saying you can't lose it all to a good A-type.
But Stolern had to take 1 or 2 line piece skims that did not help his point total.
Okay.
All right.
Having to take the line skill, well, like, unless you have it oriented right, you're gonna take at least a single line or a triple instead of a Tetris. So you have to orient your down stack correctly. We are greeting both players. I hate this. I hate this a lot. Everything that I'm looking at makes me kind of upset.
And Amelia with some very unhealthy placements here.
They're both
Well on
having
the
a
left
terrible
is open
time.
again, but
Like, I'm sorry, this sucks for both of them. Amelia climbing
Amelia has a chance
out.
to open out or close it out with a Tetris, so we get 10,000 points there.
We're mostly getting a time advantage from this, though. Which,
Yes.
getting the time advantage to run the game that she wants here may as well be worth it.
Yeah, this is like a zero deficit Dr. Mario.
Was that one rotation too many? I can't tell.
Okay,
Am I losing my mind here? Oh, no, I'm not losing my mind. Okay, thank God.
Alright, wow, 6,200 for that.
Stolen very much catching up in quota, but
yeah, and Amelia's not really finding the huge score drops that she has in the previous games either.
I mean, given both games RNG, sometimes you just will not get what you want. And that's kind of the reality of it. We're trying to find the right piece to upstack to that yellow trigger on Amelia's right wall, where Stolarn's almost just converted straight into Type A.
Stolarn has ignored Type B, or Dr. Mario.
Funny enough, right?
Straight in, yeah, gone straight into the next game. But Amelia has kind of buried herself. This board is looking less and less kind as time goes on. That's a 10,000 point clear, though.
It was cool.
It was very cool, but the question is, was it worth it? And we won't be able to tell. I don't think there's much in the realm of value left for Amelia to farm out of this board. I think it is in her best interest at this point to start trying to...
Cash in.
Yeah, just close it out.
Okay. Yes. Yep. We've lost a lot of tempo. That is not enough to pad the A-type advantage.
Yeah, we only have about 45 seconds here.
I can tell the music's getting particularly anxious. Such an understated thing about this game is just knowing when to cut your losses.
Yeah, because there's no visible timer on this drop. But I do not think it matters. I think the deficit is too big at this point.
Okay.
Yep, and the time is going to be called any second now.
Extra Tetris for good measure. I mean, we were kind of gambling. We can't have a chain save us every step of the way here.
Yep. 526.
So we're at 1-1.
Yep. Stolen with a much cleaner, despite topping out in B-type. Or was that the first game?
I think they both topped out this last game. Oh no, Amelia did clutch it back. Which, again, just shows it's brutal out here. Nowhere to really accept that. Okay. I do like the plug, because that means that Amelia can now just fish straight for a Tetris. Gonna take the triple. Oof.
Maybe gonna just skip B-type here. Go for the...
I won't say that's inadvisable.
Ah, I see. The bottom of her stack simply wasn't high enough on the board.
Think so?
This is a very curious position to be in here.
Like, they're both not getting good scores here, but... we're gonna hedge our bet at less than one Tetris' score for, Stolen. And it's seeming like we're gonna accept the same for Amelia. We just need the clear somewhere. Okay. Slightly better? But kind of poor showing from both players on that end. But B-types like that sometimes.
Yeah, just starting halfway up your board with an uneven surface. That limits the flexibility of what you can do, and the fact that the RNG is extraordinarily unforgiving is just going to prevent you from doing what you want. Okay, the vision is beyond my comprehension. Okay, she cut it, and it makes sense that she did.
Probably the right call.
Oh, I see this big chain on the left here coming together.
Do you? Okay.
We need this double red. Oh, that's not where I thought it was
I think...
go. That's not...
I'm just as curious as you are, buddy.
The vision... Okay, there we go.
Is it the double... Oh, it's the yellows here. No, it's not. Okay. 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 Fine. Fine.
So many points.
Fine, whatever.
This is why the vision was beyond my comprehension. My brain is simply not capable of understanding the process.
She's not even that bad off now.
Yeah, and that paid off. Like, that ended up resolving rather quickly.
Didn't even leave her in a bad spot. We're just fishing for reds now.
Yeah, it's hold down gaming.
Okay.
Stolen desperately looking for an eyepiece, though. It looks like it's going to be a very full board game.
Okay. Amelia needs to play fast to make up for that, because it is in her RNG queue.
Yeah, she's got to
So,
keep
this is... like, this is attainable. But, Lord, we have to play confident. We're fine. Nothing bad yet. But I am anxious.
Alright, so this is where we're gonna see an incredibly long eyepiece drop. Oh no, we're not.
This is fantastic score for,
Stolen just absolutely cooking right now. I thought there was gonna be an eyepiece drop, but no, it just seems like...
oh my god.
Board that high.
The game is just handing it out like candy. Taking a couple skims.
Ooh, almost with a really unfortunate misdraw.
This is still like a deficit of half. I don't think.
There's just
Oh
been
my!
so many Tetrises that.
This is why A-Type is great in this game, guys.
73,000 points. And despite... It's gonna be close.
What the hell?
Gosh.
Man. Even a top 3 tried and true.
Stolarn scoring more in Type A than Amelia did across all 3 combined.
Alrighty. Funny enough, right before Grants, we got someone to guest on the mic a little bit from Dr. Mario Championship community. Also, former Puyo community, just strong around player. We got Panban Richard on the mic.
Oh, welcome, Panban Richard.
Yeah, hey everybody. Been sort of having this in the background. I've been busy doing some things, and oh my gosh, the competition, especially that last match with the step combos, but the Type A taking over, it's been fun to see this so far. So thanks for having me.
Of course. A-Type's kind of fucked up though. Goddamn.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild for sure.
The raw number of eyepieces being handed out there was very unhinged. The game was just like, everybody gets 1,000,000 points.
You get a free car.
And that's the wild thing about Type A, because sometimes, you set up for the Tetrises and it never gives them to you, but then other times you're going to be given, like the last match, like a ton of eye drops just like that, so it's... you just never know with Tetris, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the power of the truly random piece RNG. It can really go any which way. Meanwhile, there were other rounds where there were just like 50 pieces between eyes, and there was no hope of anyone ever getting a Tetris.
Oh, yeah.
The game starts off with like 6 Z pieces in a row, and then hits you with no eyes ever.
Oh, that's what I love about mixed match. So, right now, I guess we have the finals going on right now, right? Grand finals?
Yes, we are in the grand finals. Andgons on the winner's side, and Stolarn coming up from losers after that incredible performance versus Amelia.
Yeah, I've never seen Angons play before. Like, what has Angons played in like other puzzle tournaments for Puzzle Wednesday? Out of curiosity.
So, Angons is just a Puzzle Wednesday regular at this point. They enter almost all of the events we host, and they perform relatively well in a lot of them. They just have very strong fundamentals across the board. They're very familiar with these falling block puzzle games. They tend
in particular, Angons is a really strong TGM and Sega Tetris player.
Okay.
That's a good combo, to be honest, especially when it comes to like mixed match like this. Oh, I'm curious to see how this both goes out for both players right now. Looks like we got Stolarn going in, finishing Type B, and Andor's coming in like
that's Angons on the right.
Oh, my apologies. Sorry about that. I don't have the name tag, so all right. Let me scratch that, reverse it, other way around. But looks like everybody's both on the Dr. Mario field right now.
Don't worry about it. SNES 9X doesn't do it right either.
Fair enough.
This is we've kind of established Angons has the advantage in Tetris. But Stolarn definitely has the advantage in Dr. Mario in terms of pace.
Yeah, I've definitely seen Stolarn, aka Floyd, do a lot of speed rounds so many times on Dr. Mario MC, and just to see the crazy times that comes out, even just sometimes from the casual nights on Thursdays. Like, he's very much speedy when it comes to Dr. Mario, for sure.
Ooh, and this double blue is gonna give him 4 for 1. Nice,
Yeah.
nice, like, 4,000 point clear right there.
You notice how Floyd Stolen also has the red set up there in the second, which he clears off. So there was options there to do a horizontal or vertical red clear, which gave him a lot of variety with his build to get him to type A.
So,
Meanwhile,
Angons
sorry.
did get a 20,000 coming out of Type B. So he is not truly behind yet. But with the pace he is clearing the Dr. Mario stage, Stoller has some time to make up the ground that he lost earlier.
Yes. Oh man, and here's one of those cases where you're seeing a lot of not too many eye drops for the mid part of the board here. Eye drops definitely in the early game to build it up, but later on it's not so much as providing as it would have been in the last game. Meanwhile, we see the same happens on Angon's side as well here. A lot of so it was like the what's it called? The third to sixth pieces were the eye drops. So it took a long time to get to the next Tetris. So I wonder if Angon was able to observe that during the play right there.
Yeah, we'll see if Angons is able to build a cleaner stack at the top board. Well, I like this transition to have the like 2 Tetris wells set up.
It's very good transition for sure.
Oh, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Is gonna miss the eyepiece timing.
Yeah, I think Angon's meant for the eyepiece to follow up with the L piece. It would have been nice had it not been for the misdrop there. Unfortunately, that might be an unfortunate turnout that could cost a match. Possibly, we'll see. But Floyd's stack isn't looking too well either. Oh my goodness, that was so close. Holy smokes! Well played, Floyd. Well played.
We're about to find out if there's a ghost row. Ooh! Oh no! But it doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh, that's unfortunate, but there is still a bit of a chance here because does the RNG, like, it becomes new now when it resets like that, right? If I recall correctly? It looks like it is, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely getting different pieces.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Could this RNG be the one that could possibly produce a lot of eyepieces? We'll find out shortly.
Doesn't look like it. It is not doing Stolen any favors. Floyd, you said is what he goes by?
Yeah, Stolen or Floyd, essentially. Stolen is the Fightcade name, essentially. I'm just used to seeing Floyd based on the Dr. Mario MC, and that's time's up!
Yep.
Oh!
So, Angons with a pretty solid lead that game.
Yeah, I think that goes to Angons.
Floyd mismanaging his A-type and topping out there.
Can you imagine how ballsy you would have to be to do a forced top out in A-type just to gamble on a completely different randomizer seed?
Oh, that's like, honestly, this game has so much to it that needs to be like unraveled, I feel, especially when it comes to like strategies like that. Oh my goodness. Like, doing an intentional top out just to get a better seed? That's... Huh.
I would not hold my breath on that being a good idea.
I mean,
it really depends, right?
There's some tempo to be contemplated there. Maybe if you go in with like a significant time advantage, it could be worth it.
Yeah, or if you're like losing tempo like early, like even if you lose tempo early on, if you're both on type A, maybe the early top out might be better if you're not getting like the eyepieces right away. There's only.
I'm a proponent of like early top out for Dr. Mario and B type. I feel like A type's just too deep in it to be worth that risk. But that's looking kind of tragic.
Yeah, that misdrop, but thankfully it is B type. It's all about the line clears as opposed to the points at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, he needs to make sure he doesn't have to redo all of B-type right now.
Looks
We're
like he
out.
did, though.
Barely sneaking his way out of there.
That was close. That was super close. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of seeing the combo plays to this right now, but again, Floyd's more of a speedrunner type, so he'll be able to focus on getting this cleared as fast as possible to get to type A. Meanwhile, I'm looking on Angon's side here. Looks like he has a double red set up there for a 2 combo. Get small booster points there. And Floyd responds in kind as well. Oh, nice tuck. That was a very, very tight tuck there by Angons. And double yellows follow up. Oh, this is a pretty close race so far with pretty similar points going on. I would like to see Angons do some Dr. Mario races, in my opinion, you know? get that experience.
He would definitely not be outside of his wheelhouse. Definitely a competitor all across the board.
Yeah.
No stranger to deep bracket runs for sure.
Right. Oh, seeing the clear right here set up. Trying to get the yellows down. Meanwhile, it looks like there's a bit of an awkward start for the Type A seed. But looks like Floyd was able to maneuver around that. Oh, sorry, what was that?
I said, yeah, there's an immediate eye dependency here on Stolen.
There's two, brother.
Well,
the moment that you have one eye dependency, the well is also an eye dependency.
Let's see how Angons is able to navigate that, and looks like Angons is committing to some single clears. Maybe it could be due to some observance of Floyd's side, possibly? Either or. Working from behind, knowing that the two of you will have the similar seed. Oh.
I mean, if you can clock that you have a bad seed in like the first 10 to 15 turns, this might have been the play.
Yeah. So Stollern lost a lot of pieces, but the board was in such a rough state that he didn't actually lose that many points. He was only at 600. So the top out is really only a cost of time. And Angons only has one Tetris, so it's not like he actually lost that much.
Meanwhile, it looks like the reset from Floyd's side is proving to be much more nicer. And I'm looking at Angon's field. Oh my goodness, the green pieces. Oh, that's... And look at that, Floyd is just about caught up in points too. Oh. Oh.
I love when we foreshadow a concept and then it immediately comes into play.
Yeah. Yeah, the eye drought was just too brutal at the beginning, and Stollern just recognized that there was nothing to lose, and he knew his opponent was going to have to suffer through the same board state. So it's not like he died by misplaying.
Oh my god.
He just burned through all of the bad pieces and then died.
We can absolutely make some magic work here.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I think they were pretty similar in terms of their Dr. Mario points. I don't know about their Type B points, but I think Stollern's got the lead here for sure.
Getting a ×2 lead is just... it's just good.
Oh yeah, of course, especially from like a game over like that or a reset. Like, and there's the time up.
Let's see if the gamble paid off.
Oh,
It almost certainly did.
Oh no,
it didn't!
Type B!
Oh my god.
Type B was the difference.
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
Wow!
Whoa!
What a roller coaster. A 2,000 point difference to close it out.
Oh my god.
So, the moral of this story is that B-type is worth it.
Yeah, it really is. Getting, just skimming lines on B-type isn't enough. You do have to maybe greed for at least one Tetris.
I
It's
feel
kind of
like
crazy.
yeah, it really was crazy. Oh my goodness! Like I feel like there's like a lot of levels of observation that needs to be done for all three parts of it, whether you're behind or ahead. So it's man, this game still needs like a lot of opening up. I feel.
It's so interesting that in a versus game that is solely score attack, there is like meta.
I mean, oh my goodness. Well done to all players, honestly. That was a fun showcase of a finals, if you ask me at least.
Oh yeah, it was the the last race at the very end there with the sack of the board to almost come back and win it was truly incredible. Right after we had just said, "Oh, this is a possibility."
It's a wonderful story, right?
Yeah.
Could- uh,
All right. And
Uh,
with that, is it time for us to go over our upcoming schedule once again?
yes, please. I'm looking for someone to raid in the meantime.
Oh, good idea. So, October 9th, we have, after a short hiatus, the return of Money Idol Exchanger, which is one of our uppy downy games. You pick up and put down coins that are on your board to make change. The coins intuitively add up to the next denomination. So 5 ones makes a 5, 2 fives makes a 10, and so on and so forth. And your goal is to active chain. You don't have to build your chains in advance. You can move your pieces while chains are going on. And your goal is to create chains to send garbage over to your opponent's side of the board. There's 8 different characters with unique damage patterns. We play mirror matches so that every character can be viable, and it's just a very fun time. This has become like a Puzzle Wednesday classic, and we'll have to see if Butts BB, who has been on a bit of a puzzle game hiatus recently, decides to return and continue his undefeated streak of, I think, like 2 years now. He has won almost every bracket. So we'll see if somebody can upset him or if he decides not to show up. Then on October 11th, that following Friday, we have Columns 2, which is an interesting columns because where Columns 3 is more of a chain game and it revolves around the use of the punch button where you build up your damage in a meter and then choose when to send it. Columns 2 is all about big single clears. You want to make absolutely massive, chunky, one color clears, and that just sends gargantuan amounts of garbage over to your opponent's board. I'm extremely excited to see how this one plays out because I've only ever played Columns 3 and the Sakura Tyson columns. So it will be nice to see a new one come into this scene. Then on October 16th, we have Star Sweep, which is it's kind of hard to explain, but there's the pieces are lines and your goal is to connect them. And it kind of like builds out like a scaffolding. It's a little bit like Dr. Mario and Panel at the same time, if that makes any sense. You have the pieces like overhang from each other in a similar way to Dr. Mario, but they don't like get cut in half the way the pills do. Juicy could probably do a better job explaining this one than I can.
I zoned out. Which
Explain Star Sweep. I'm struggling here a little bit.
it mechanically, framing wise, it's kind of a panel upon like it is a constantly raising board. You were doing reaction chains between 3 colors. Biggest one is to juggle. You can't just match colors. You have to match the star points on a color, which means you have very interesting chains that navigate a lot of weird vertical space, and also with the board raising, you run the risk that the floor can just bottom out and your chain can be useless. So, kind of brutal game, honestly.
And then on October 23rd, we have Tricky Towers, which is a very unique take on Tetris, as it has physics, and the goal is not to make clears, but to simply create the tallest freestanding tower that you possibly can. There's 3 different game modes. One is survival, where you just need to build as stable a tower as possible. One is because any pieces that fall off of it cost you life points, and you only get like 3. So your goal is to just build a solid tower. Then there is race, where your goal is to race to a certain height faster than your opponent. And then the final version is puzzle, where there is a very low ceiling and you're given a funny shaped platform to build off of. And you have to fit as many pieces onto it as you can without going above the ceiling. So it's always a fun one because we play a format where you roll all 3 games. It's first to 2. So you play each game up to once.
It's first 3, I think.
Oh, it's first to 3?
Yeah, you get a potential rotation of each, but neither here nor there. Maybe I'm tired and forgetting the rules. Who knows?
But yes, this is this one is a hoot and holler for sure. The power-ups, the physics, the towers collapsing over. It's just, this is a fantastic game, even beyond just being a solid competitive puzzle game. It's a great one to break out at parties as well. It's always entertaining. And with that,
Speaking of which, I found someone to raid who is also streaming Tricky Towers right now, Red_11. So we're gonna give him a bit of a raid. Funny. What's our raid message, Deca?
I don't know. I'm bad at this.
Never mind. Funny Wario.
Funny Wario.
But you know,
there we go.
Maybe peer pressure a little bit into showing up at the end of the month. It'd be a good time. Thank you so much for coming out tonight, guys, and we will catch you next time with Money Puzzle Spin. Yep. Sorry, Column's brain was taking over. You understand.
Yes. The desire
Sounds like a lot of fun.
For the big Columns blast.
All right. See you guys next time.
All right. Good night, everybody.